Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And it's only been a couple weeks since my last video. I'm really on the YouTube grind. I already have one Q&A on my channel, but that one had mainly not very serious answers at all. It wasn't really a get to know me Q&A where you learned a lot about my core self and just the basic information that you get when you meet someone for the first time. There was a question about would I rather wear a suit every day for a month or a bathing suit every day for a month? But that is not going to help you get to know me super well. That video was a silly Q&A with unnecessary information. It was fun. I liked how the video turned out, but this is going to be my basic get to know me Q&A for any new subscribers or anyone that has stumbled upon my YouTube. Because personally, when I'm watching YouTubers, I enjoy watching their videos more after I've watched maybe 10 different vlogs. I just feel like I know them a little bit more. And then I can dive deep into the silly videos, like maybe a food review, or I don't know. I'm doing this for you. I do have my heaters on because it is freaking 20 degrees outside. My heaters are in fact obnoxiously loud. I am using a microphone that I got from my phone a while ago. It connects to the little power hole where you put your charger. I'm gonna film this in different locations around my apartment to sort of give you a variety of scenery. I hope you liked the video, and here we go.
Hey Brandon, to start off the Q&A, can you give a quick introduction about yourself?
Oh my gosh, what a great first question. Did you guys like that little me asking the question? I'm in my living room, and there is my brand new TV that I got on Facebook Marketplace for only $50. And it's so amazing, but I'm really scared I'm gonna develop a TV addiction. One more electronic that I can't peel my eyes off of is not a good thing for me. Basic introduction about myself. My name is Brandon. I am 22 years old. I'm from Portland, Oregon. My birthday is September 27th. I don't know if you need to know that. And I actually love having a fall birthday because Halloween is in October, Thanksgiving is in November, Christmas in December, and then New Year's in January. So I feel like my birthday is just the start of a bunch of holidays. I guess that's just called the holiday season. And fall is my favorite season. It's just so pretty. All the trees turning different colors. And at the beginning of fall, it's still hot from summer, but then near the end, it starts to get cold. So I just feel like fall's got it all. Fall's got it all.
Can you please provide us with a basic overview of your life?
The lighting over here is kind of atrocious, but I actually kind of like it for some reason. So I'm doing some talking in this position. Basic life story about me. I'm gonna start from high school. So I was in high school.
I just want to say, this is a crazy decision to start off with high school, just because it seems like forever ago. But now you'll know a little bit about my high school.
Honestly, I feel like the only thing I was really involved in was student council. During high school, I worked at Kohl's for only 2.5 months, and then I worked at this family fun center for about a year. I graduated in 2020. Unfortunately, during COVID, I went to the University of Oregon for 2 years. Freshman year, undecided, kind of was just taking some random classes, but didn't really nail down what I wanted to study. Sophomore year, I was studying Romance languages. I also took Chinese my sophomore year, which is such a cool experience. My Chinese teacher that I had all 3 terms was one of the best teachers I've ever had, so she definitely made my Chinese beginner education, I feel like, the best that it could have been.
I realized I didn't tell you about the jobs that I had at UO. I had 3 jobs total. My freshman year, I worked at one of the dining halls. Then I worked at the student gym for 3 months, but I did not like that. So then I got a new job where it was sort of like a free Uber service for students around campus. That was one of my favorite jobs ever. I always talk about it and I always miss it.
Then I left University of Oregon. I was just I don't really know what I'm doing and this is expensive. So then I moved to Florida, was living there for 6 months. That was just the absolute most random decision I have probably ever made in my entire life. Then moved back to the Portland area, was living with my mom for a little bit, then I got this apartment here in Portland, and now here I am. So that's my basic life story of the past 8 years.
For the third question, even though this is pretty much the topic of your last video, where do you live?
I live in downtown Portland, Oregon, in a 1-bedroom apartment by myself. There's not really much to say about that. I've lived here since July. A lot of people ask me if I enjoy living alone, or they'll ask, don't you get lonely all by yourself? I really don't think I do. I love having all the privacy. It's just weird to think all of this space is completely mine. I mean, I'm just renting it, so it's not like I own the property. But while I'm on the lease and while I'm not evicted, this is all mine. And there's definitely things I miss about having roommates in the past, like maybe going home every night and knowing that there's at least someone that I can socialize with. But I feel like even with that in mind, I still prefer to live alone. Because I still get a lot of socializing, especially at work. I'm always chatting with my coworkers.
I'd like to know. Where do you work? Are you guys enjoying this?
I work at a grocery local store, or I work at a local grocery store called Zupan's Markets. I don't know if I should be giving the exact name of the store that I work at, and you already know the city that I live in. I hope that wasn't a dangerous decision I just made. I work there in the bakery/cafe. Something I really like about that job is each of my shifts can vary. I can be working in the cake case, juice bar, or the cafe. I always keep myself entertained. I love socializing with my coworkers. I'm always scared that I'm gonna get in trouble for socializing too much. Even though I actually have never gotten in trouble for that, which is very surprising, but it's a very social store. Everyone kind of talks to everyone. I worked there for 10 months, almost reaching my 1 year. I'm gonna get 2 weeks of PTO when I hit my 1 year on March 13th, which is crazy because I've never had paid time off before. That's insane. I don't think I'm actually gonna use it for any particular reason. I think I'm going to save it until I have sick days where I would obviously much rather stay at home, but then I'll still be getting paid and I don't have to worry about being sick and missing work and then losing money. So that's my little side story on my paid time off.
That's so interesting. Do you go to school?
I'm in my bathroom now. I go to Portland Community College. Right now I'm taking French 202 and Business 101. I figured maybe I should pair French with something else to give me a wider range of jobs in the future. So I'm trying out business. It's only the second week, so I can't really tell you how well it's going so far. But I hope I like it. They're both just online. It's a lot easier that way working full time, not having to commute to my classes.
Super cool, Brandon. Anyways, the viewers are wondering, what's your favorite thing about life right now?
My favorite thing about life right now is 2023 was a very transitory period for me. Is that the right word? Transitory or experimental? I was going through a lot of changes. At the beginning of the year, I was still living in Florida, and then I moved back to Oregon, got a new job, then moved to downtown Portland in my first solo apartment. And then for the rest of the year, I feel like it took a long time for me to set up my apartment and get used to living here. With my apartment coming together, and I've been at my work for almost a year now, everything just feels less mysterious or like, I don't know how to describe it. I just feel a lot more security and mental stability with where I'm at right now versus where I was throughout 2023. 2024, I feel like I know a little bit more of what I'm doing, I hope, and I'm not just like doing random things of which I do not know the outcomes.
A bit of a boring one, but what's your favorite color?
This is one of those questions when I said this is not going to be unique talking points. But I feel like what's your favorite color is something that just people ask. Honestly, for reasons I do not know. Or at least during like icebreaker activities. Asking what someone's favorite color is just insane. How am I supposed to just pick one? Or it's like I have different types of things that I have preferred colors for. I don't just have one favorite color of all time that I always love. Anyways,
I acknowledge that I made this question so much more complicated than it had to be, but whatever. I was coming to this realization that I don't enjoy this question.
I feel like I could say black because I wear a lot of black. It's just so easy to wear, which is kind of not really what I want though, because my outfits are so boring sometimes. But anyways, I can't say black because isn't black also no color? Then I would say navy blue, but that is just too basic. I feel like half the world has had navy blue as their favorite color at some point. Next, maybe I would say brown. I have a lot of brown furniture, and that color can just be so relaxing sometimes. But I don't think it's brown. I was doing some more thinking when I decided to put this question into the video, and I'm going to go with a dark green. I'll insert some pictures to show you what green I'm thinking of. I really want one day a green bathroom or a green kitchen.
This is the kind of green I'm talking about for my bathroom. I love this. And then this is the green for the kitchen. There's a lot going on here, and there's lots of plants. It's not like exactly my dream kitchen. I just like the green vibe. Very organic feeling. Feels like you're in an enchanted garden. But those bricks don't look very practical. If I spill food or crumbs, it looks like it would all just get stuck in the cracks of the bricks. So, don't know about the bricks there. Wow, that's so fascinating, and I love hearing all about your thoughts. And I just wish you would just keep telling us more things. So I got a new one. Can you please tell us about 3 things you can't live without?
This is a crazy question because I feel like these are 3 things that I like actually would be so sad to live without.
Yeah, no shit. The question is 3 things you can't live without. So of course, you're not gonna wanna live without these.
1. My sleeping eye mask. The blinds in my apartment have just been absolutely atrocious, and if I don't sleep with my eye mask every night, the sunlight itself wakes me up. This is what it looks like. I used to have a smaller one, but then I decided to upgrade to this one with cushions. So this is what I look like every night. I also sleep with earplugs. Next are my AirPods. When I forget my AirPods at home, or I have them with me, but they're dead, I get so devastated. And I love the noise cancellation and the fact that there's no cord. I can just be swinging my arms around, doing whatever, and I don't have to worry about my headphones falling out. My final thing that is actually number 1 priority on this list are showers. If you know me super well, you know that I take a shower every single morning. I haven't missed a morning shower in several years, which is actually such a luxury that not everyone has access to. So I acknowledge that. But I just cannot go without showering in the morning. If I don't shower, I feel so dirty. I feel like my reset from yesterday has not begun. I feel just so gross. And it also just helps me wake up. Helps me feel rebirthed to start my day.
Oh boy, I hope you never have to live without those. Moving on, do you have any hobbies?
I feel like this is a very dreaded question. It can be kind of difficult to answer sometimes. I would say mine are reading, or at least I want it to be reading. I want it to be the type of person that reads like 1 book every week and has such a large vocabulary. I want to be able to meet a stranger who loves books and they say, "Oh my gosh, you love books too? Have you read this? Have you read this?" I want to be able to say, "Yes, I have read all those books," because I read 1 book every week. I read before bed. It's super healthy, and I don't go on TikTok an hour before bed. Unfortunately, I read like 2 books a year, but I really want to love reading, so I'm gonna say that that's one of my hobbies so I can manifest it. I also love cooking. I also kind of get in a big funk cooking the same meals every single day, ones that I know are easy. I just don't cook as many new things as I wish I did. My 3rd one, I am going to say, is collecting magazines. And I'm only listing that as one of my hobbies because a couple weeks ago I bought 2 magazines, but now I'm obsessed. I got the Taylor Swift Time Person of the Year magazine, and I got this Ultimate Guide to the Hunger Games. Hunger Games 1. Oh! I didn't know there was a big picture of Katniss Everdeen on the back. No one will forget me. Not my look, not my name. Katniss, the girl who was on fire.
The big number 10. What's your biggest pet peeve?
I think most people will be able to relate with me on this. It's when I ask people, specifically over text, for an estimation on something. For example, if my friend is on their way and we're gonna hang out at my apartment, and I say, "Oh, when do you think you'll be here? What is your ETA?" And they say they don't know. And I'm like, "Oh, what do you mean you don't know?" And they're like, "Oh gosh, I really don't know. I'm just doing lots of things right now. Gotta get some tasks done. So, sorry, I really don't know when I'll be there. You can't give me a single idea. So you could be here in 2 seconds, or you could be here in 5 hours. I just need something." It also doesn't just have to be about time. It can be about any sort of estimation. Wait, estimation or estimate? Is estimation a word? Estimate. Oh my god, I think I just made up estimation. Oops.
Wow, I can't believe we're already nearing the end of the video. On the topic of videos, what's your favorite YouTube video you've ever made?
My favorite video that I ever made is probably my Call Us Maybe video. I made this in high school. I went around to literally like every single person that I knew. I said, "Hi, do you want to be in my YouTube video?" And I had so many people, and they each said either 1 or 2 words from Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen. Then I put it all together with Carly Rae Jepsen's faint voice in the background, and it's like we're all singing Call Me Maybe together, and it's so much fun. It took me like 2 weeks to make, and I love looking back on it. That is probably one of my favorite videos I've made, and it got so many views when I first posted it. I was like, oh my goodness, 300 views in only a couple hours, and that is a lot for me. I knew it was only because I had so many people in it. Obviously, you are more likely to watch a video that you're in. Usually in a few hours I get like 10 views on my videos, which can be a little discouraging sometimes.
Number 12. What's a motto you're trying to live by? Because you're always living by mottos, because you're so on top of things.
If you always wait for tomorrow, tomorrow will never come. I think I saw this in a TikTok a while ago, but I was like, wait, that's so true. Because if I'm just always saying I'm gonna do something tomorrow, I'm just gonna keep saying tomorrow. It's all about the mindset, not the fact that it's tomorrow. You know what I mean? But then it's also like, if you're always waiting for something coming in the future to make you happy, then you'll never be happy. Kind of like you're always gonna want to be where you're not. Wait, is that a thing? You'll never be happy if you'll always want to be somewhere else? I don't know. Anyways, I don't want to live always thinking tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. I just want to think today. So that's my motto right now, I guess. This was kind of a weird question. It's not like I'm just always living by a motto.
For the final question. Oh boy, I sure am sad to see this Q&A come to an end. What was your favorite part about 2023?
I think my favorite part about 2023 was, I don't know. Despite all of the random and experimental choices that I made them anyways, and I took many leaps of faith to try to make my life better. And I feel like with every new big change that I made, I got a little bit happier each time and just more content with my life. So, I don't know. It could absolutely not mean this, but maybe that means that I was making the right choices. I'm not living my life right now, spending all of my free time and energy wishing my life was different. So I guess that is a good sign. Thank freaking goodness.
Hey y'all, that's the end of the video. And did you like my little interruptions like this, where I was asking myself the questions? I thought that was pretty creative. It's really stupid and a little bit embarrassing. So thank you so much for watching. This is my second video in 2 weeks. I am usually not on a little streak like this. Maybe this is the start of something new. This could be a new era for me. Or I'll disappear and you won't see me for another 6 months. Who knows? So I hope you loved watching. I will see you next time. And farewell. Okay, bye. And that's Smash It Rather.